Hey guys, what's up? It's Finch here, and today we're going to be going over the Sword and Shield tier changes for the month of December. So keep in mind, this is for the first half of the month of December, and it's affecting the tiers for the second half of the month of December. So, for example, let's say Pokemon A was used a certain number of times in OU, and that number happened to be over to the 4 or 5% threshold, then it therefore would be OU, despite being in lower tier before. And Pokemon A could be applied to the following Pokemon, Hawlucha and Volcarona. You like that segue? I like that segue. That was not rehearsed at all, by the way. I think that's pretty cool. You leave a like for that. Just some thought. But anyway, guys. So yeah, Hawlucha and Volcarona both rose from UUBL to OU, meaning they were banned from UU for being a bit too powerful there. But finally, OU recognized their viability, and now they're being used there. So Hawlucha has been used a ton on terrain teams, and if you guys want to see some examples of that, check out my live video today. No, I don't use it, but I get beaten by it. So yeah, spoiler alert, that is happening, and you already know. Next up, there's also Volcarona. What needs to be said about Volcarona? It's a completely devastating Quiver Dance Sleeper. If you don't have the right counterplay, then you're going to have a bad time. With Heatran and Blissey and all of these Pokemon running about, I mean, you thought it'd be contained, but nah, it's still pretty kind of ridiculous. So, yeah, unsurprisingly, it rose back to OU. Some other rises, which admittedly is a pretty short list, but is still of note. Conkeldurr got banned from RU for being too strong, and UU was like, yo, Conk is back, and took it. So that's cool. It doesn't really impact much because RUBL Pokemon are usable in UU regardless, but hey, now it's just confirming its niche in the tier, which is cool. However, some practical removals from RU, things that could have been used in RU that ultimately moved up to UU, are going to be Grimmsnarl, dual screen setter, cheesy Pokemon if you will, kind of leading these hyper offensive teams, and Slowking, which is a great pivot in both tiers defensively. Like the Scald, Future Sight, Teleport, Slack Off sets with Heavy Duty Boost and Regenerator. It's absolutely phenomenal to say the least, and it's unsurprising that it's seeing that increase in viability in UU. It's honestly very viable in OU too. I kind of am surprised it's not in OU by usage as well, but we'll get to that in our OU usage stats video tomorrow, where it's got maybe some snubs. If you guys would like to see that, let me know in the comments down below. Anyway, in addition to that, Obstagoon rose from never used borderline to rarely used. Again, not a practical change, as you could use it in RU regardless, and you couldn't use it in NU regardless, but it's worth noting it's a good Pokemon in RU. And finally, NU actually lost two Pokemon of relevance as well. Rhyperior, which was a great stealth rocker and breaker, and Umbreon, which is a great defensive tank with Wish and whatnot. So yeah, those Pokemon will be missed in NU, but are finally going to be back to RU, perhaps where they belong? We'll have to wait and see, so find out next month and the month after if it sticks or not. Anyway, in addition to those, handful of rises, we have a whole plethora, a myriad, an abundance of drops into a number of tiers, particularly PUBL, PU, and even some to the depths of ZU as well. It's been pretty quiet for the other tiers, admittedly. Yes, it has. We are seeing Regieleki finally drop from OU to UU. It really hasn't been a seriously good Pokemon in OU at all. People were scared of it for a day or two because it's so strong, but then wait a minute. We have a dozen viable ground types and a couple of viable Voltaplu or Volt Immunity Pokemon. So it's who cares? And that's basically it. Regieleki's viability has been reduced to being a light screen and a reflex setter. So even that arguably faces competition with Tapu Koko due to Tapu Koko's ability to set up screens and use an abundance of other moves as well as trying to threaten them. So yeah. As for Artie, however, not only did it gain some Pokemon in 2 shifts ago when it got everything, they threw the house at it, but it also gained some Pokemon now to make up for the loss of Grimmsnarl and Slowking. It gained Cobalion, which seems like it's going to be a great Pokemon. It's a Steel type that's fast with, decent coverage and nice utility. It's got good physical bulk as well, so that's cool. Marowak Alola is back to tear the house down, beat on Trick Room, or just in general. It's very hard to keep it in check. Of course, it is weak to rocks. It's reliant on an item, and it's frail and pretty slow, so there are ways to keep it in check, that's for sure. I'd love to see if the tier can find those. Stakataka, because Trick Room just needed another big threat, and finally it is there for RU. So perhaps we'll see Marowak, Alola plus Stakataka Trick Room teams. If you want to see a live with that, let me know in the comments down below as well, for sure. And finally, Volcanion fell from UU to RU, which I think is pretty cool. Volcanion finally going to settle in as an RU Pokemon. Maybe they'll see the niche there. I thought Heavy Duty Boots might keep it in UU, but ultimately the tier is a bit too congested with checks and counters to it, so that's rough. But yeah, in NU, my favorite lower tier gained only one Pokemon in Tornadus Eye, which honestly is going to completely terrorize the tier between Prankster and other things. It's really strong. So yeah, I'm curious to see how that'll do. As for PU, it gained Ditto from RU, which I guess is of note. And as for ZU from RU, it gained Politoed, which is good. It really should have been ZU to begin with. But yeah, PUBL from NU, these are just Pokemon that didn't see enough usage in NU, but already banned in PU. However, I'm actually receiving note that all these Pokemon are PU now. they're Pokemon that the PUBL decided like, oh, hey, you know what? Screw it. We're going to actually free everything from PUBL just because there's so much changing right now. So yeah, these Pokemon are all PU as well. We'll go through them first. Absol is going to be a strong Sword Dance Sweeper. Could even hit Choice Band. I quite liked it in NU before, so I'm sad to see it go, but I think it's still usable. I guess I won't be missing it too much after all. On top of that, there is also going to be Arctivish. That's going to be a pain to deal with. I don't know how you're going to keep that in check, truth be told, but hey, I mean, crazier things have happened, so we'll have to wait and see what those crazy things are, or perhaps what they aren't. I mean, I don't know. I've been wrong before, that's for sure. So, yeah, no, stay tuned for that. Next up is Galvantula. Now, Galvantula is a very strong Pokemon. That is for sure. Compound Eyes plus the Bug Stab and the Electric Stab can pack an absolute punch. But with that said, of course, it is very fragile, and in addition to that, it's weak to Stealth Rocks, and in addition to that, there are things in PU even that can wrench kill it, be it Scarfers, or even the fastest Pokemon in the tier. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes. You can also set up Sticky Webs, though, so that's interesting. I think it'll be pretty good in PU, all things considered. Then there's Golurk. It's going to hit like an absolute truck. It also gained access to Poltergeist, which is amazing. I think Golurk's a pretty damn good Pokemon this generation. Sad to see it fall to PU, but it's going to fit in there. I think it'll be pretty solid. Give him another ground type, another Stealth Rock option, and a great offensive breaker as well. Hitmontop, Technotop, which was once the NU hype child, is now falling down to PU. Unsurprisingly, admittedly, it was pretty underwhelming there. Slow and fragile without investment. You don't really run into Intimidate sets much. It's kind of a ladder hero type of set, so I'm surprised it fell on the ladder, but it didn't really deserve to be NU for a while now. But yeah, it's still pretty strong. All things considered, Technician Triple Axle hits like a truck, but there'll be things that keep it in check in NU and PU now, so I think it'll be good there, but not amazing. Magneton falling, it's crazy. Lack Fit and Power hurts the Magneton line for sure, but it's looking pretty good. Not many things switching to the dual stab besides Lantern that we see in the PU tier. And in addition to that, it has some other options as well, so I'm curious to see that. Mesprit falling down to PU. Oh my goodness, that is simply crazy. Mesprit is a jack of all trades, master of none. It's one of the legendary Pixies from Generation 4. And in addition to that, it is also going to be paired with Scyther, a Pokemon that, with Heavy Duty Boots, Dual Wing Beat, it actually gained quite a bit this generation. Is it amazing? No, but it's going to be pretty good. I think it'll be a nice kind of fast hit and run type Pokemon, and I think the tier would benefit from that a lot, despite having things like Colossal, Aggron, I guess Golbat, Gigalith to really keep it in check. Almost, so yeah, it's definitely going to be balanced, but it'll be good nonetheless. Hail is also going to be falling to PU in the form of Abomasnow and Aurorus with a vanilla, all three Hail Inducers. Basically, everything that sits in fucking Hail is going to be falling to PU alongside Alolan Sandslash. So basically, Hail is going to just destroy the PU tier. So that's fun. If you guys are looking forward to a clear skies PU, then I hate to break it to you, but it's going to be snowing for a while unless some bans happen. And even then, there are three of them, so I don't think it's going to happen. Yeah, no, so it's going to be Hail and PU. That is for sure. Anyway, also, in addition to that, Aggron is now in PU. Aggron hit hard with a Choice Band in NU for a minute, but it kind of phased out after a while. It doesn't really check and counter as much as you'd like it to. Admittedly, it does fall into some similar issues in this tier, but it's going to hit hard, and it could be used in the right team and do really well. It could also be a bulky Stealth Rocker, so I'll be curious to see what does there. Admittedly, I thought it still had enough viability just to barely hang on in NU, but I've been wrong before, and this is another example of it. Sorry, should take some water there. Archops, a bird that gained Heavy Duty Boots, which helps it with its crippling ability to Defiast, is back in business in PU, which is interesting. I think it'll be a very strong and fast attacker there. One of the few Pokemon quicker than things like Galvantula, for example. So that is cool. It hits like an absolute truck. Of course, it is fragile, and once it gets below half, it gets pretty useless, but it'll be interesting to see how it fares. Aromatisse is going to be one of the best Pokemon in PU. Call that a Finch prediction, although it really isn't much of a prediction. The bulky Wish Fairy type staple of the tier unsurprisingly fell due to Sylveon being an NU for a minute there. Yeah, no, it's really good. Is it amazing? It's gonna be good. It has enough natural bulk, and it's even pretty strong with Moonblast. So yeah, that helps as well. Articuno, my oh my. The legendary bird has fallen all the way down to PU once more. Heavy Duty Boots did not save it in the higher tiers. It does have Freeze Dry Hurricane combination, strong offensively. Defensively, it's got Heal Bell, Defog, Roost, you name it, a ton of special bulk. So it'll serve a role. I'm not sure what the role will be yet, but we'll wait to see. But yeah, no, it'll be good. Although it does face stiff ice competition with Abomasnow, Aurorus, Alolan Sandslash, potentially Silvally Ice. I don't know if it's in the tier or not. Regice and ZU, Vanilla X. So Yeah, it might not be the most friendly generation to Articuno, truth be told, despite the addition of heavy duty boots, which in theory was all I ever wanted, and a Galarian form. But yeah, it's still fine. You'll find a way. The legendary birds always do at the end of the day. So yeah, that was not an intentional rhyme with way and day. You know what? I'm just gonna go past it. Auroras is here. It's gonna be real nasty, hail and whatnot. Yeah, so I think that'll be good. It gets rocks, freeze dry, hurricane. You can run refrigerate sets, which is fun. It could be a cool lure with choice banded. Actually, doesn't get return. Okay, you know what? Never mind. But special sets are still good. No lie. Okay. Next up, we got Braviary. Braviary's in the house. Hits like a truck. Brave Bird plus Superpower looks really good against everything I see here. Regirock can tank it. Rotom can maybe tank it. Palossand maybe can take a couple Brave Birds. I don't know, but it's going to be good. No doubt about it. He's got boots and whatnot. I really like Braviary as a pick this year. Centiskorch, a Pokemon that was once seen as borderline broken and Indeedee being hard to switch into, got overwhelmed by the abundance of drops and ultimately fell into the depths of PU, which is crazy because it's going to be even harder to switch into here, but ultimately it's also going to be overwhelmed with a ton of other things, so I'll be interested to see how it does. Yeah, no. Anyway, next up we have Charizard, a fellow fire type. Without some teams, it honestly isn't that great. Bulky Defog sets used to be good in Aryu because it held a decent niche, but all things considered, it wasn't anything over the top spectacular, fantastic. So, we'll have to wait and see how it does, or maybe not. I don't know. Stay tuned. Or don't. I can't really control y'all. Wow, that was an interesting tangent there. Clawitzer, the claw is back in business. That is for sure. As for the claw, admittedly, it's going to be hard because the speed tier is pretty damn low, but it'll make it work for sure. No doubt about that. It has a ton of coverage. That's good. But beyond that, it's not the most bulky Pokemon. And on top of that, because we're like toppling. We're like a fucking 5-layer bus right now. It's we wish it was either bulkier or it was faster. And it doesn't have either going for it. So it's rough. You're going to have to really rely on it pivoting in somehow. Claydol, it has Spin Rock, Teleport. That's cool, but it doesn't really counter a ton. I don't know. I'm on the fence about it. Let me know your thoughts below. That'll be interesting. Colossal, it'll have a colossal niche with all the hazard control it has. Boots is a godsend for it as well. It's kind of fragile. It's a weird Pokemon, but it's super bulky. It's kind of weak, not fragile. Sorry, it's not fragile. It's kind of weak, but it's very bulky. So that goes for it. Cramorant, Pokemon that used to be PU, really good there. Rose for a little bit, and now it's back in business. This metagame won't be too friendly to it, though. A lot of things that can take advantage of it, but it'll find a way to be viable, and then ultimately, once things settle, once things get banned, once things rise up in tiers, it'll definitely be okay. Druddigon, our OU favorite in this channel, unfortunately has fallen all the way down to PU, where it's definitely going to be very viable. Curious to see what it does there. Duraludon, I've never thought I'd see a day where it fell to PU, but here we are. Kind of crazy to kind of pseudo-legendary Pokemon. Actually, 2 of them really in a row are falling, but hey, here we are. I guess Druddigon wasn't really. I guess that was Hexorus. Yeah, okay. Just 1, but damn, I mean, still call me crazy. I didn't expect Duraludon to fall. It's going to hit super hard. There aren't many steel types, and those that are nature like Alolan Sandalash don't like body press. They can just get screwed over by that. I don't really see many switch-ins to it, truth be told. Good luck. I think Duraludon might be in the first pivot band. Eldegoss, bulky spinner with regenerated. That's something Pew's always wanted, and it finally gets it, so that's cool. Evire, maybe not this time, but Alolan Executor. Hell yeah, let's go. It's like a truck. Very few things well. We'll see like Special Defensive Golbat and Aromatisse. Maybe check it. Articuno can sort of soft check. But other than that, I mean, I think a Jetpack Draco could be pretty cool. A Jetpack Draco, Leaf Storm, Flamethrower, and like Giga Drain or Knockoff or Teleport. That could be a cool set. But you'll have to wait and see. Exploud is naturally checked by Colossal, kinda, and Gigalith a lot better. And I guess Regirock's in the tier, that helps. There are definitely some checks to Exploud in this tier. It might not be completely busted, but it'll still be really damn good. Choice Spec Exploud undoubtedly going to leave a mark on the tier. Really leave the ears ringing of the PU player base. However, it is still slow and fragile, so you gotta be careful. But yeah, if you can make it work, you can make it work. Gallade is going to be really good in PU as well. It was really good in NU for a while, but here we are. It's got the dual stab. It's kind of one of those residual fighting types alongside Girder and Scrafty that just has fallen through. And Toxic Rogue, that's crazy. Fallen through. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that does. He's got a good dual stab. It's decently bulky, I guess, on the special end at least. And it's fast enough. Not really super fast. Gigalith is going to be great. Give something to deter Hail being set up. Also a great check to things like Articuno, Charizard, Exploud, So yeah, it's got a ton of special bulk and sand. I just think it's going to be pretty solid. Nice utility Pokemon there. Golbat, it'll be good. Kind of wish they could run boots and Eviolite at the same time. It can't, but it can still check some things. Yeah, fast, defog, poison typing. Definitely comes in handy. Girder, it's probably going to be overwhelmed, truth be told. I don't really love it here. I kind of need a bit more of a balanced metagame to thrive. Healer, so another fast electric type. I think it's going to be great. It's got a ton of coverage on moves, and of course, things like Aromatisse, things like Gigalith can keep it in check. But it's going to hit hard, it's going to hit strong, it's going to hit fast, and it's going to have a lot of coverage to do so. So yeah, Hitmonlee, a Pokemon I'm kind of low on, but it can work with those like Psychic Seed with Indeedee female and Unburden and just sweep through the whole tier. So if you don't have a Golbat or Aromatisse or a Palossand, then you might be in deep shit there. So be careful. Weezing too, yeah. We'll get to that later, though. Anyway, speaking of Indeedee, with Psychic Train and all that, it is next. It's Indeedee female, because Indeedee male not only was used in NU a lot more, but also got banned in NU, and there just wasn't enough time for Indeedee female to catch up. It was outclassed. But yeah, here we are. Classic Game Freak enabling sexism in their games. Nothing more or less to say there, of course. I'm joking, but also, like, really, they shouldn't have made the female weaker, in my opinion. I don't love that, and I don't love the example it sets. So make stronger female form Pokemon. I guess you're going to do that next time. Anyway. That said, Jellicent. Jellicent is back in business. Despite falling from being an OU staple, well, not really OU staple, but an OU seen Pokemon in Gen 5, kind of seen some uses in Gen 6, and then just eventually fallen all the way off. And PU, this generation, it's still a solid option. I think it'll check some things. It won't be amazing, but it does get good utility. It can block Rapid Spin, which is cool. Yeah. Kabutops, Kingdra, Rain City, yes, please sign me up. Manual Rain teams are going to be good. I said Emmanuel Rain like it was the name of someone. Oh, hey, I'm Emmanuel Rain. I work for Costco. I'm in service. I don't know, but like that was like an oddly specific example. Is this like, do I know an I don't know an Emmanuel, but you know what? That aside, manual like setup rain teams with no like drizzle inducer, because there's none in this tier, obviously. Toxic Oak with Dry Skin, Swiftswim Kingdra, Swiftswim Kabutops. We see Vaporeon with Hydration. We see Omastar with Swiftswim potentially. We see Healers with Dry Skin. We see Clowitzer with Water Stab, Jellicent with Water Stab. There are a lot of things that can appreciate that. There are going to be competitive weathers, though, and they could set down Rain Dance being used. So that is something you got to keep in mind. But I think it can work. I mess with it. So yeah, Kabutops and Kingdra undoubtedly would be staples in those teams. And regardless, both going to be pretty good. Kabutops is a spinner. It's been seen in tiers like this before. And Kingdra as just a strong breaker, I suppose. Dragon Dance or Specs. Yeah, Life Orb, maybe even Won't Wait and See. Gets Flip Turn, which is cool. Speaking of bulky waters, well, I guess Kindra's not bulky, but Lantern is definitely a little more bulky, especially with investment. Lantern, yep, you guessed it. Not like I just said or anything. It's going to check things like Charizard pretty nicely, and it's going to be nice defensively as a pivot, but that's really it. I think it'll be pretty good, viable for sure, but not amazing. Machamp, another fighting type that fell that I left down before for some reason. It's going to be great. It's going to hit hard, be it Assault Vest or Guts Orb, whatever it is. It'll definitely be very hard to check. I don't really see much besides Golbat and Palossand with Colbert Berry checking it. You got to run one of those two, otherwise you got to run an offensive team, otherwise you're kind of screwed. So, yeah, Malamar is next in line. The Contrary Sweeper was unfortunately rendered to the PU tier this generation once more, on the contrary to popular belief that it was actually quite effective in PU, in NU and RU as a Contrary Sweeper. But yeah, despite that, it's still going to be viable here. It's got a ton going up its sleeve. It doesn't have the signature Z move and whatnot, but that's fine. It's still solid for sure. So yeah, interesting to see how that does. Omastar, again, Rain, Spikes, and whatnot. Shell Smash, you name it, it can do it. It's pretty solid. Palossand, I think, is going to be one of the best rockers in the tier. I'm just going to check a ton of things. Again, the fighting types, for example. It's got a nice defense typing, nice natural bulk, and also it doesn't really hit like super weak either, so it's cool. Another fighting, how did I miss Passimian? One of my favorite Pokemon, Passimian. Oh my gosh, Scarf Passimian's going to be great in this tier. Wow, it's so crazy seeing it fall to PU when it was like the king of NU last generation. But yeah, I'm interested to see how that does. I think Scarf and Band will be great. Kind of see that Gen 7 NU dynamic with Weezing there. No Garbodor though, but yeah, Golbat. So yeah, there's some normal check Palossand, but it can still do pretty well, I'd say. Another rocker is Piloswine, another ice type Pokemon. So yeah, that's cool in conjunction with the ones we mentioned before. Somehow I missed that, but it's not going to be as good in Hail Team per se. It doesn't have a Blizzard. I guess you can run Blizzard, but I personally wouldn't. It's got a higher physical attack. So yeah, it's a nice rocker lead though. It's threatened a ton with the ice plus ground typing. That is pretty damn good if you ask me. Anyway, yeah, so next up is Raichu Alola, which actually was borderline broken in NU. The nav spot said super good. It works really well with support. It's super fast. It's going to be super good in this tier. I wouldn't be shocked if it gets banned. Regigigas, not so much, but Regirock is rocking. It's going to be a great rocker. Nice utility. Twist Bend Body Press is hilarious as well, by the way. Definitely try that out. Yeah, Rabambi, a sticky web setter, a fast special attacker. Very welcome to this metagame, giving you more speed control aside from Scarfers. Another hazard setter on a different side of the spectrum is going to be Rose Raid. It can have spikes and toxic spikes. It has status like Sleep Powder and Stun Spore. And in addition to that, it also hits super hard with special attacks. It is missing its beloved Hidden Power Fire, but that aside, it's going to be an absolute menace to deal with defensively. Moving forward, Rotom is going to be great as a pivot. Revenge Show with Scarf for Hex sets could run Defog. It can be solid. Sand / Alola with Slush Rush. Gotta watch out for that. Be it just as a utility in general against your Hail teams or on your Hail teams if you want to use them. I think Hail's going to be great. Sceptile is going to be an absolute behemoth offensively. Yeah, the tier does have things like Golbat, which can keep it in check, especially if it's not like Rock Slide. But with that said, it's going to hit really hard, and it's going to be really interesting to see how that does. We have Scrafty, a Pokemon that's previously been UU, and then eventually RU, eventually NU, and now it's PU over the generations all the way down here. It's going to be a nice bulk up and Dragon Dance Sweeper if I had to imagine, but it might get overwhelmed at first. Also, we see things like Girder, things like Golbat, things like Aromatisse that absolutely can keep it in check. I believe that even the Archaps outruns it a +1, so if you're on Dragon Dance, you got to watch out for that. Yeah, so it's going to have to need some support, but with that support, it can absolutely pop off, so it'll be interesting to see. Shiftry, a great mixed attacker, could potentially be used on Sun teams with Zard, Sense Scorch, I guess, but Sun doesn't really benefit as much as other things, yeah. Sigilif, Magic Guard, or Tinted Lens, special attacker is great. Combine boosting sets might honestly be broken, I wouldn't be shocked. And it's fast, it hits hard, it's got okay, kind of frail side bulk, I guess, but still pretty good. I quite like it. Throwback to when Dynamax meta was in, and it was actually a legit OU Pokemon. That was a fun time, guys, not gonna lie. Even a little bit after that. Yeah, no, it held some viability in OU. That's for sure. Anyway, next off we have, I lost my place. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry, guys. Okay, next up we have 3 Silvally forms. Let's see what they are. 1 second, guys. We see Silvally, Fairy, Ghost, and Steel. So yeah, there are going to be a ton of Silvally forms in PU/ZU now, I guess. That's interesting. Honestly, there was a point when most of them were banned from the tier, so it's cool. But yeah, no, some of the good ones, Fairy, Steel, and Ghost, some of the kind of top like 3 to 5 regarded Silvally forms, alongside maybe Dark. It's good to see that in the tier, and it'll be interesting to see how they do. I'm going to be stiff competition among other Silvally forms, of course, so yeah. I'll have a ton to comment on them individually. Surfetch will hit like a truck, Scrappy Close Combat, First Impression, Knock Off, Poison Jab. What switch into that? Golbat. And Colderberry, Palossand. Again, those coming up, they're probably going to be pretty damn good at this point. And Weezing. That's really all you got. So yeah, one of those 3. So be careful. Sneasel, wow. I mean, it was just like broken in NU months ago. Now it's in PU. That's fun. And by fun, I mean kind of crazy, but hey, here we are. So I guess that's chill. I think it'll be good. Not like super amazing broken, but definitely good. There are things that can soft check it, but switching into the dual stab is hard. It's faster than just about everything. It can lose some 1v1s, but in practice, switching into it when it's trying to revenge something is super hard. So yeah, I'm curious to see how that does. Definitely bring your durable dark resistance. By the way, another fast Pokemon we're getting is Talonflame. Talonflame's fallen all the way to PU. That's right, what a fall from grace after being a very legitimate OU Pokemon for a while in Generation 6. It really didn't gain the same viability last generation, and then this generation it fell off even more. I mean, between its ability getting reduced in effectiveness and heavy duty boosts are there, heavy duty boosts used in everything, it doesn't really strike anyone as a great option. So yeah. Now this one shocks me. Tauros, one of the best breakers in the NU, falls to PU. Pokemon was previously banned from NU and even voted on pretty recently, I believe. So that is just a crazy thing to see. A really surprising sight for me. I thought it would stay NU, but yeah, no, Tauros is going to completely devour this tier. I mean, with Sheer Force, Life Orb, and then Body Slam, Close Combat, you have Zen Headbutt, Throat Chop. Throat Chop's going to be great. Nothing really walls it. I'm trying to figure out what walls it. Regirock can take 2 close combats probably. Survive Ghost can use Prediction. Colbert Palisade can wall it once, I guess. Not much. A lot of things in 1v1 it, not many things in wall it. So, yeah, kind of same boat as Diesel, but it's probably going to be a little better if I had to guess. So, yeah, that coverage and whatnot, a little bulkier. Thwacky, Grassy Train Explodes are back in business, guys. Let's go. Those are going to be fun. We'll see what they do with that. Toxicroak is crazy. Another good fighting type falling into the tier. Last generation it was solid. This generation it was really good in NU. It even got banned at one point. And now it's back in PU? Not NU, not OU, but PU. That's crazy to me. Again, these tier shifts absolutely warping these tiers, which is pretty cool for me in my opinion. So yeah, Serena is going to be a good, nice, special physical attack and grass type. Utility moves like Knockoff and Rapid Spin help. U-Turn. It's Majesty, yeah, so you can't hit it with priority moves. It's good against offense because of that. And yeah, it's a really cool Pokemon. Boot pivot sets might be nice. Checking it's going to be hard without Weezing or Golbat. Again, we mentioned those Pokemon, funny. Uxie is here, joining Mesprit, I suppose, as the 2 of the 3 Pixie kind of Gen 4 Pokemon. They didn't really gain traction in any upper tiers, which is unfortunate, but here they are in P where they can finally shine, I hope. Next up, we see Vanillux. Vanillux is going to be one of those hail inducers as well. I think it'll have some viable niche outside of what Aurus does, but maybe it's not like super duper good. I don't know, it'll be interesting to see. It's hard to switch into it, so yeah, it was amazing when it was free last generation, to say at least in NU. So now it's in PU. We'll have to wait and see. Vaporeon, it's going to be a good, nice Pokemon that'll be a nice physical wall with pivot, flip turn if it wants, or toxic, scald, those options. It'll wall some things. It'll be kind of passive though if it doesn't have flip turn, so you got to be careful there. And there's some things you can take advantage of regardless, like Sceptile, so yeah, gonna have to wait and see how that pairs out. Vikavolt, they kind of slow, but a bit bulkier variant of Galvantula. It hits like an absolute truck, but it hits much harder too, so yeah, that's cool. I like Vikavolt. I think with boots, it's gonna be really hard to switch into. Usually things like Gigalith and Palossand, maybe some special defense for Energy Ball could help. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, no, I really quite like Vikavolt. Vileplume, crazy. Seeing this Pokemon was actually really good in NU in my opinion. But yeah, no, with Golbat in a tier, that's helpful for checking it, but it's actually really annoying to switch into with Sludge Bomb plus Giga and whatnot. Poison types in general are pretty hard to switch into, honestly. But yeah, no, it's going to be great. I think it's going to be pretty good. Virizion, wow, it's weird seeing that Pokemon, one of those trios, that trio in PU, when we're so used to seeing track and go by and kind of like OU, RU settings. So yeah, but here it is, all the way at the bottom of the barrel in PU. It's going to be nice. It's not the strongest Pokemon, but it's got nice speed and special bulk, so that goes in hand, especially with a good dual stab if you don't face one of those poison types. So yeah, maybe Swords Dance and Headbutt. I guess I'll have to wait and see. Speaking of one of those sketchy poison types, we see Weezing. It's going to be absolutely amazing. It's a great physical tank. Checking Hitmonlee, checking Machamp, potentially a little facade my Tukio. And yeah, no, it's got a good utility. We'll have to wait and see. It does well against Toxric too. Can do well against Virizion. Yada, yada, yada. I don't know why I said yada, yada, yada. Let's scratch that from the record. We also have Whimsicott and Xatu because I am running out of breath and energy to talk about PU, which I hardly play much for. I'm just going to say Xatu's going to be great for bouncing back hazards, but maybe not the best Pokemon this year because it depends on how the stealth Pokemon in the game form. So it'll be more of a reactionary wave than an initial wave. And Whimsicott is going to be a nice, fast, special attacking fire type with options like Defog, Trick, Knockoff, Tailwind, Prankster. So it's cool. It's going to be a nice utility to the tier, at least if not a good offensive option. ZUBL from PUC's Combuskin, which really doesn't matter. It was useful in UZU regardless. And ZU from PU, finally, last but certainly not least, gonna be Cradilly. Nice rocker utility Pokemon. Driflim, got nice defog sets, nice unburdened sets. Lurantis, Leonardus, I don't know how to say it. I never do. It's been a meme on this channel forever. So if you made it this far, comment about it. Why not? Contrary defog should be good. Regice, AV Regice, the channel meme. Really want to use that in all the tiers, and now I can. That'll ZU, so that's cool. Sableye, Prankster, I guess it's okay to install. Spiritomb, whatever. And Stunfisk, gee, a Pokemon seen consistent usage in NU. Fall all the way to ZU, no way, that's crazy, but here we are. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on these Pokemon. Did they reach the 4.5 usage like you expected, or did they not and you expected them to do so? Or maybe you got some things right that you expected. And also, let me know your thoughts on what happens to PU, because this is going to be absolutely bonkers. All right, guys, have a great day. Hope you guys all stay safe. This is Finch. Peace out. Check out the Twitter. Check out the Discord. And have a great, safe day. Stay warm if you're in the Northeast. All right, peace out. Bye-bye.